So how do you choose your guests?
I just look for people who are interesting.
Okay.
I don't put too much thought into it.
Yeah.
Which might sound really stupid, but
I do the same.
no, but I do like, if I have a conversation with someone at a conference, the whole reason for coming to a conference like this is to have those moments of chance where you get into a conversation with someone and you go, you're doing something really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Come and talk to me. I don't need you to be a name, because there will be names that come into the show naturally through the work that I do. I get the government on the show now. This morning I did an interview with a guy called Evan, who was the #1 employee at Twitter. He hired Jack Dorsey. Like, if you are in the podcasting game long enough and you stick to it, you will get interesting big name guests. Yeah. But what you actually want is you want people who are just curious, interesting people. And they might be pre-seed. They might be an entrepreneur who is at the beginning of their journey, but if they've got a really clear idea, if they've got a different way of seeing the world, that makes them a good guest. So I think coming to stuff like this and having conversations with people and being open is the best way to select guests, and not being overly prescriptive of saying, well, you need to be like Series CD because I want a kind of a growth story, or you've got to have raised X, or you've got to have like this profile. Mm-hmm. Actually, some of those people, they might be leading companies, but they might not be the best storytellers.
100%. And how important for you is the audience growth?
Not particularly.
So basically for you, it's more ROI when you potentially...
So the audience has grown on my show very organically and very slowly. I've never done paid advertising. Mm-hmm. My principle has always been, I'm not trying to do a gotcha moment with any of the guests. I'm trying to share their story and trying to give them a platform. Yeah. It's not an interview, it is a conversation. And therefore you create something that they are happy with, that they want to promote. And if you compound that over time, like I spoke to NordVPN this morning, the NordVPN PR team are here. Yeah. And they're like, look, when we've made the podcast, obviously we'll share it, we'll push it out. You know, you get companies like that, week after week, episode after episode. Yeah. They are.
Represent.
Yeah. Then you will get traction, you will get audience. Yeah. And that will take care of itself if you create good content. It might be slow, but at least you will then know that it is an audience that genuinely is tuned into what you are making.
Yeah. Super cool. In those 10 years, when you've been running the podcast, did you have any moments of doubt, or what kept you going? Curiosity?
I didn't really have any moments of doubt, because I've never really kind of, I just do it because it's fun. I suppose the fair way to answer that question is to think about actually how the podcast is funded. Because some people create a podcast, they have to think about advertising. Yes. They have to think about, well, how is this going to make me money because I need to pay bills? I am full-time employed by the same company I've worked for since I was 22 years old. I've been at the same company for 18 years. I started this as an internal innovation project, for want of a better phrase. It was a passion project off the side of my desk that became my job because the company saw value in it. So I have a full-time salary. I've never needed to monetize the podcast. I'm very lucky in that regard. They give me a budget to spend and to create, and they have actually told me to turn down sponsorship opportunities because they don't want it to dilute what I'm doing.
Wonderful.
So, have there ever been any moments of doubt? It would only ever be, are the people in my business aligned to what I'm trying to create? Have I got the room and the autonomy to keep it what I think it needs to be? Yeah. Thankfully, they've always been really good and trusting, and have essentially let me get on with it in a way that I think will benefit it. But obviously, from time to time, you have a change of CEO, you have new ownership comes in, whatever else. How are they going to view it? How are they going to see it? Are they going to want it to be more of a sales channel? Because personally, in my opinion, if it becomes a sales channel, it fails. It has to be a content channel that sales is a very soft piece of it. Like, I exist in the company because I make introductions with the company, but you do good content, that'll happen 5% of the time naturally anyway. So the doubts have only ever been about, are the intentions of the business aligned with my intentions? And they always have been. But obviously at moments over 10 years, you kind of go sit down with someone and go, well, this is what I'm trying to do. And they kind of go, yeah. In terms of enthusiasm, though, no, because I'm an ex-recruiter, right? I like talking to people.
You definitely do.
So if you get a chance to sit down and talk with someone, what's not to like about that? That never gets old. Yeah.